I'm Logan Duvall here at Gum Thickett Farms, where we are going to experience Arkansas agriculture and see a pastured poultry operation.
I'm Jeanette Minton. You're at Gum Thickett Farms in Sylvania, Arkansas. I like to drove my husband crazy for several years. I wanted a business out here. And a friend said, well, why don't you get some chickens? I would love to buy some free-range eggs. I'll pay you for them, and that'll help you pay for your feed, and we can both have good eggs. And then she came back and said, well, a friend wants some eggs. And so it just kind of mushroomed. And so 6 years later, here I am. The chickens are allowed to go anywhere they want to and eat all the bugs and all the grass they want to. They go up at night and we close the door so that nothing can get them. And then they're free to roam all they want to roam during the day. You need to take a pastured egg and a grocery store egg and crack them, and you'll see the difference. Farm fresh egg, the yolk is yellow, almost orange sometimes, they're so bright. The yolk stands up higher, and they're fresh. Often people are eating them the day they were laid, or at least the week they were laid. So they're fresh, so that makes a big difference too.
One of the cool things about eggs, especially when they're pasture raised, they're really high in omega-3. So you're gonna help decrease inflammation by eating eggs. And you'll notice a color change. When you crack open an egg that's been pasture raised, they're gonna have this deep, dark orangey color. And that's when you know you've really hit it really good with those omega-3s being in a pasture raised egg.
Farm fresh, homegrown eggs are a trend. They're very popular. Everybody's looking for that farm fresh egg. They're looking for those uniform eggs like this. And one thing that when you go out to a farmer's market and you're looking to purchase eggs, the one thing that you want to look for is, are the eggs refrigerated? So they have to be refrigerated, they have to be cleaned. In the United States, we do clean the eggs, and once we do that, then they have to go in the refrigerator. Because what you're doing is you're washing off that natural cuticle that covers the egg. So therefore, to keep them fresh, we put them straight into a refrigerator. That has to be 45 degrees. As a consumer, that's what I'm looking for. Are the eggs consistent? Are they stored big end up? The air cell is in the big end, so we want the big end up in the carton. And then are they uniform, not cracked? And are they kept at the right temperature? So those are the things we're looking for when we go to buy eggs.
So before eggs ever get to a store or in that refrigerator, we gotta collect them first, don't we?
Have to.
All right.
Well, right now they're laying in the mornings, but we just come down here and start gathering.
Start gathering. Some big old beautiful brown eggs. They're not too mad about it.
No, they're used to me getting them from them.
All right, so they're the ISO brown is what you have.
ISO brown, And I have a few Rhode Island reds.
And they lay really well.
They do. They're very heavy layers.
That was pretty quick on getting 2 dozen eggs.
Well, they're not through.
They're not through. You normally come out here in the afternoons and get
about 4
get
o'clock
eggs.
every afternoon, and they're through by then.
And then what's the next step that you do with the eggs?
I wash them and put them in flats or in cartons. Some people buy them in flats, some people buy them in cartons.
One thing about it is I can definitely attest you have great eggs. And after being out here and seeing the girls run around, I know why. And thank you for all your hard work. I think farmers really are kind of those unsung heroes that contribute a lot to the community.
Well, thank you.
A lot of times the eggs end up at farmers market, but what happens when they end up at a restaurant? Let's go visit the Root and 2 wonderful egg dishes on their menu.
Hey, I'm Mickey Raw, breakfast chef at the Root Cafe, downtown Little Rock. Pastured eggs really do have a better flavor and texture. They hold together really well. The whites don't run all over the place. The yellows have a really deep color to them. And they're healthier. They have more omega-3s, healthier fats. Our most popular breakfast dishes are omelets and eggs benedicts. I'll be making those for you today. The first one is the omelet. We'll start by putting our onions and peppers on the grill. We'll add our sausage and break it up and mix it with the onions and peppers to help soften everything up. And then we'll take our pan, we'll spray it down with cooking spray, and we'll put a little bit of clarified butter in there. And we put 4 ounces of scrambled eggs in there, a little bit of salt and pepper. And then you basically just wait until the eggs are starting to come together on the bottom a little bit, and then use the spatula. We flip the omelet. By then our onions and peppers should be done. Put those in. put our cheeses in, spread it all out so it melts together correctly. We roll the omelet out, and we add our salad. The second dish I'm going to talk about today is our eggs Benedict. We start by putting our poached eggs in our water, which has a little bit of vinegar in it to keep them from falling apart. We have them in there for 4 minutes. We'll be serving it on one of our fresh made biscuits that we make every morning here at the Root. We then put our greens and ham on the grill. We add vinegar into our greens. And once that's heated, we can put the ham on top of the biscuit. Then on top of the eggs, we put our hollandaise and then just a little bit of salt and pepper. Hollandaise is pretty easy to make. You just separate some egg yolks into a metal bowl. You add in about the same volume of egg yolks. You add in half water and half lemon juice. And we'll put that on our double boiler. You whisk it. You want to whisk it until it's a pretty thick consistency, and the air bubbles will make it rise and it'll double in size. And you take that and you take a clarified butter. You want to put about 1.5 ounces of butter per egg. Then you whisk it together and I add sriracha. Most people use red pepper and salt. And that's pretty much it. I add a little bit of water to help thin it out if it gets too thick, but that's it.
There are a lot of topics to cover in experiencing Arkansas agriculture. Hope you enjoyed this episode from farm to restaurant, all in partnership with the University of Arkansas Systems Division of Agriculture.